Good morning, third grade. Today we're going to continue with our multiplication skills and we are going to solve word problems. I will demonstrate two examples for two different types of problems you may see today. So our first problem says, Lindsay, Lewis, Sally, and Matt each bring 5 guests to the school play. How many guests in all did they bring to the school play? Explain. I'm going to read it again because as good readers, we reread. Lindsay, Lewis, Sally, and Matt each bring 4 guests to the school play. How many guests in all did they bring to the school play? Well, the first thing I notice when I look at it is I want to know how many did they all bring. So not just one person. I know one person brings 5 guests. So I know there's 5 guests for one person. And I know there are 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So there's 4 people. Now, I need to know how many guests in all did they bring? Well, if I know there's 4 people and they each brought 5 guests, I know I can do 4 times 5 to find my answer because we have our 4 people and they each have 5 guests. So 4 times 5 equals 20. I know that they brought 20 people, but it also asked me to explain. So I will explain by saying they brought 20 people. I know this because 4 people, each brought 5 guests. Now, the way that I know this, how I can explain it that way, as we talked about before, we knew there were 5 guests. We wrote it down, 5 guests for one person, because it says they each bring 5 guests. So we know each one of those 4 people is going to bring 5 guests. And then it didn't tell us there were 4 people. What I had to do was I had to count. We had Lindsay, Lewis, Sally, and Matt. So that's 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. Then I had to figure out, well, if I have 4 people and they each have 5 guests, I can do 4 times 5, which will equal 20. And the question said, how many guests in all did they bring to the school play? They brought 20 people. And it says explain. I know this because 4 people each brought 5 guests. So I could even add, so to solve, I needed to multiply 4 times 5. That would be example problem number 1.